Are you gonna be quiet for me while I film? No. Of course you aren't. Rotten boy. Uh, okay, so this is gonna be my first sketchbook tour. I know people have been asking me to do them for a while, and I just finished this one yesterday, so why not? I don't know what number this is. I have a lot. I know I have over 10. I apologize for any noise in the background. My ferret is eating very loudly, as he does, so we're just gonna get started before anybody else comes home. Started this one on February 13th, and then ended it yesterday, which was the 25th of March, so a little over a month. There's always a bit of a slow start on my sketchbook pages, like in the beginning. Some studies. My school does like an open model thing, and each room has different kind of times. I don't know, it's hard to think while talking. I'm not very much a talker. I'm not very good at it, so yeah. This was just a painting idea that I haven't fully made into a full painting yet, but I really want to because I think it's super funny. It's just Pascal and me. Yeah. Um, Around this time was when I was planning out an event on Instagram with some of my friends. It's like a little drawing prompt thing. I've done it before, but we hadn't done one for about 3 years, so it was super fun. This is my character, Melis, which is a joke because European badgers are just Melis melis. That's their scientific name. I'm a dork, I'm sorry. I'd like to do a lot of life drawings, and so when I was in the city, I was doing that a lot. Because usually I'd draw a lot of landscape stuff, but not too much of that in the city. This page is really shiny. I'm not sure if there's going to be a glare. Very yellow. I was in a yellow vibe that day. More stuff for the little Trollbark Park event on Instagram. And then finally got around to doing a page redraw from Inuyasha. Which is one of my favorite manga comic book things. The beginning stages of a painting for class. I was drawing a background for a friend because he doesn't feel super confident doing backgrounds, but that's pretty much all I do, so. Some more thumbnails for paintings for classes. I ended up going with this one, I really liked it a lot, but there's some changes, and you'll see them in a little bit. Some more thumbnail ideas. Getting familiar with dormice, because that's what the character was. This was a value study for one of the paintings for a class assignment. I was in a yellow and purple mood again. I really like those two colors together, so I did a study from a painting, but changed it up a little bit, so it's one of my characters instead. And then here is the revised thumbnail for that one, like, little dormouse painting that you saw a few pages ago. Oh, I don't know if I just got in frame. I'm sorry. I had gotten some more paint colors to replace some in my palette, but I wanted them to be really similar. So I ended up realizing that two of the paints that I had were single pigment, and they were two of the pigments that made up this paint. which I couldn't get a replacement of that I really liked, so I ended up just mixing it, trying to get as close as I could. Just Polaroid of my room at school before I had to leave it because of this whole dumb idiot stuff. Finalizing the character for that painting. People made fun of me and said he looks like he works at Home Depot. And he kind of does because of the little orange thing. And then these were just color plans. This was something that I was like, oh heck yeah, I'm gonna paint it, and then I never got around to it. It's just the ingredients of one of my favorite loose leaf teas. Just a lot of green in this page. I tend to use green a lot when I'm a little bit sad. Another fixed up thumbnail. This is pretty much what I went with for the final painting. And then I just had a bunch of stuff on my palette from messing around with colors, so I decided to step in it, and then I stepped in my sketchbook. And I'm surprised that I'd never thought of doing that before with how much of a feral creature I am. Little bit out of sorts this day too. You can kind of tell when the pages are less put together and more sporadic like this. I'm not in a very good mindset, so it kind of carried over to this day too, but it'd be like that sometimes. A random thought for a painting. I'd like to revisit it again. I thought it was pretty neat. A thing that I kind of liked, and then I was like, well, she kind of looks like Princess Fiona from Shrek. And so I lost motivation to finish painting it. Some more life drawings. I was on a phone call with my grandparents because they would call me every Saturday at school, and my grandpa says the female blue jay hangs around males a lot, and my grandma says maybe she likes males, and my papa says maybe she's a prostitute. I love them so much. Today's his birthday, the 26th of March. More footprints. I draw some naughty stuff in my sketchbook, and I don't know what my age range of viewer is on YouTube, so you're not going to see it. If you're old enough, you're probably following my not safe for work Instagram. I'm not going to say any more on that. Some tree practices, because I really like how some people do them, and I had seen something on Instagram that I liked, and I was like, I should try that. And then this was a study of the inside of an abandoned asylum. I don't find them scary so much as I do they're just really pretty. I really like the idea of nature just reclaiming a space where humans once occupied. It's not as deep as it sounds. I just like disused buildings. I think they're cool, because eventually they just crumble. Few more life drawings. Never got around to inking them. I just was low energy, and I'm kind of low energy again today, so I apologize if I don't sound super excited. Some pressed baby's breath, because I like to do that sort of thing. Yeah. Just some more doodles and Desdemona. I love her. I draw her a lot when I have no idea who I want to draw. This was moving. There's like a gap between days, so I hadn't drawn for a couple of days because I was moving back home from Georgia back to Virginia, which I was super excited about, but I'm not excited about having to pack up, drive 10 hours, and then unpack over the span of a few days. It's really exhausting, but I finally got it done, and I don't have to worry about moving again until August, like the end of August. My girlfriend, she's so pretty. I love her. Yeah, I just thought drawing a poppy dress would be nice, and she's kind of perfect, so moving on. Yes. I don't really know what to say about this, but I'm a sucker for earth tones. So that's what this is. Kiwi. Sela, one of my characters. The same one in that painting study, but she's a Selkie, so I was like, oh, I should draw her as a Selkie queen. And I kind of like how it turned out, but I also kind of don't. But it just be like that sometimes. You won't always like everything you draw. And then I started doing a thing where I picked 3 random paint tube colors because I have copious amounts of watercolors. And I have been doing paintings with 3 colors since then. So this one made me think of daffodils, which are all coming up right now where I live. So I ended up doing a little painting of them in here. I really liked it. I think it kind of reminds me of Studio Ghibli, which I'm a big fan of. So I did it again. My sleep schedule's been kind of whack. So I think I woke up around 1 the morning I did this one. Yeah. And I was eagerly awaiting Animal Crossing. But my copy didn't come in that day, so that sucked. But these were the 3 colors that day, and I think it turned out okay. Less refined than this other one, but that's fine. Some more Sela. She's so pretty. I also just really like these colors, and I wanted to clear off the palette that I was using. So I was like, why not? These are pretty much her colors, so just went ahead and did that. My girlfriend again. She's very cute. I had a little bit of trouble with this one. I'm not the best at doing portraits or capturing likenesses, but my mom came in and she was like, oh, that's your girlfriend. Very cool. And I was like, oh, okay, so I got the resemblance down. I really like how the hair turned out on this one. Polaroid from my sister. She does a lot of Polaroids. So this day, I got like these bright heckin' colors, and I was like, well, I don't know what to do with this, and I can't mix a dark value. So, I kind of copped out and just did like a simple little sunflower and a rabbit. But I like how it turned out. It was interesting. I like the texture in the background. I would work with these colors again if the brown was darker, so I could mix darker values. But other than that, I think it's a nice color combination. More naughty stuff. Purple and yellow again. I got lucky with that day, and I pulled out a sepia, violet, and like a deep kind of orangey yellow, and they were really fun to work with. I love how the clouds turned out. I was painting a little Pokeball bank that my dad 3D printed, so I had red that I felt like doing in here. This day was kind of like I couldn't keep my mind straight, but then I closed out the end of the day making these little characters. He doesn't have a name yet, but that's fine. I don't really name my characters right away. I'm not very good at that. The day for this one, these colors, I don't know what happened here. Rip. But it was a violet, like a bright punchy red, and a cobalt blue, I think. Something like that. But I don't know, for whatever reason I was thinking of like a red moon, dark kind of ocean, and then I remembered I had this postcard that has similar colors, and I didn't really feel like finishing out this page, so I kind of just put that in. I do a lot of mixed media stuff in here. I just think it makes it more interesting. The last day, which was yesterday, I got red and greens. I was like, cool, I like this color combination, especially when it's a cool red and a cool green, because they make such a nice neutral. But then I didn't really know what to draw. My friend suggested drawing a little newt, so I did. It's in a little house. Very nice. So that was my sketchbook tour. I hope you guys liked it. I plan on doing more in the future because, Lord knows, I have so many sketchbooks. I literally have a whole bookshelf full of them. So let me know. I have another video planned for starting off my new sketchbook. where I'll just be like painting some of my Instagram followers. So if you're interested in that, shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's Bagel Prince. Really easy to remember. And I'll see you in the next one. Alright. Peace.